Today we're going to talk about the different kinds of insurance you may need if you become a landlord. So the most common type of insurance for a landlord would just be a dwelling fire policy. And these come in many forms, but the primary, very similar to a homeowner's policy. Coverages are mostly similar depending on who you write it with, but the use of the property is what makes it a dwelling fire policy versus a homeowner's. When you get into the dwelling fire, most of them are long-term rentals, so that would be more than a month at a time. Some require a 12-month lease to be signed. It's definitely becoming more relevant in our line of work because there's a lot more people noticing that they can make more money using their property as an Airbnb. With that too though comes a lot more risk. Having different tenants in there, especially just like a weekend resident, if they're just renting it out, especially just in town, they're not going to be caring for the property as much, usually as a long-term tenant. But we've definitely seen a lot more, especially in the city, in Lancaster. There's a lot more Airbnbs coming up. And if you're renting out the entire structure, usually you're going to want a commercial policy for that exposure, just because you're treating that as a business. Some people are renting out portions of their home, so that may be a room or an in-laws quarters, a guest house on their property. And most of the time you can endorse your homeowner's policy or change your homeowner's policy to reflect that, and there is coverage provided for that. In most homeowners policies, it's just a small extra fee that you'll have to pay to extend liability to that business use. My name is Drew, work at BCF Group.